Illegal logging. Objectives: analyze the international drivers of illegal logging. Determine uses of illegally harvested trees. Determine which forest types are most susceptible to illegal harvesting. Analyze the effects of policy or domestic and international on illegal logging practice. Positives and negatives. Positives of illegal logging as outlined by the Center for International Forestry Research or CIFOR. The first, alternative land uses provide benefits to local. 2. May actually increase revenue to governments. 3. Force responsible for enforcing laws may benefit from illegal logging and may be more willing to support governments. 4. Lower timber prices increase the competitiveness of national industries. 5. Consumers benefit from lower prices. Negatives. First, deforestation and loss of biodiversity. 2. Loss of government revenue. 3. Cycles of poor governance and corruption. 4. Increase in poverty. 5. Loss of resources. 6. Loss of revenue for government poverty reduction programs. 7. Revenue fuels national and regional conflicts. 8. Reduces incentives for sustainable forest management. Difficulties in tracking. The first, inconspicuously labeled cargo loads. 2. Lost in paperwork. 3. Milled before source inspected. 4. Monopoly supply chains. Difficulties surrounding policy. The first, unstable governments. 2. Often hindered by civil unrest. 3. Unable to enforce policies. 4. Difficult to determine who is doing the logging. 5. Guerrilla fighters funding cause. 6. Multi-million-dollar operations. 7. Foreign investors. Policy of illegal logging. First, developing countries. 2. Find ways to implement effective policies. 3. Find ways to enforce those policies. 4. Developed countries. 5. Policies in place to reject illegal forest products. 6. Offering incentives to prefer forest practice. International implications. First, difficult to deduce drivers behind it or other than demand for timber and lower cost. 2. Little information on impacts to international markets. 3. Difficult to track origin of timber. 4. Difficult to prevent information of illegal logs when origin is unknown. 5. Corruption in timber source areas makes solutions difficult. International efforts to mitigate illegal logging. 1. European Union FLIGT. 2. Voluntary partnership agreements. 3. Timber regulations. 4. Licensing. 5. Due diligence. 6. Public procurement. 7. United Nations. 8. REDD or reducing emissions from deforestation and forest degradations in developing countries. 9. Financial incentives for industry and government. 10. Supported by the United Nations, the World Bank, and other initiatives. International efforts to mitigate illegal logging. First, United States Legislation Act. 2. Violations are criminal and/or civil offenses. 3. Origin of product, species, quantity, value. 4. Due care. Problems facing international prevention. First, countries work around restrictions. 2. Lack of information. 3. Corruption and/or unstable governments. 4. Provides benefits to some communities. Poverty. 5. Poor forest management practices. 6. Not all countries agree to terms. 7. Poor licensing procedures. Summary of main points. 1. Many different reasons why illegal logging is difficult to understand, track, and mitigate. 2. Many international solutions are being implemented. 3. Will they work?
Until here, thanks for watching my video.